guys, welcome back to Fair Iron & Customs. I'm Michael. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. This week, I'm getting started with, excuse me, installing the mids and highs in my Explorer. Like I said, this is a video series that you guys may be interested in if you're going to build panels to go inside your hot rod or your, anything. Like I said in the video 2 weeks ago, everything builds on everything. So what I'm doing right now is I am cutting out 6x9 rings. These were ones that I cut probably one of the first videos on the channel. I've got 2 of them. I need 2 more. This one I kind of messed up a little bit. I'm going to keep running with it. I'm not worried about that. We can fill that in with some epoxy if we don't like it. It needs to have some cleanup done to it. But as I said in my first video on this, and this has been many, many years ago, I set up to cut the recess first. Actually, I think when I first did it, I did it differently. I'm actually missing one of my rings that I have for a router jig. And all I'm using this for is a router jig. Where got the old handy dandy leaf blower out here to keep everything blowed off. And I'm outside the shop to try to keep all this MDF dust from being in the shop. So what I'm doing is I'm routing out the recess. I do it in 2 passes. First pass is the shallowest I can go with that bit, and the second pass will go down to this depth. So I'm gonna get that done and we'll come back. Okay guys, I didn't explain this to begin with. I had this plug up here, and basically all this does is keeps your router from tipping when you're doing your flange. I had made a rough cut with the router on the other one, which is right there, this plug right here. I just took and put it back in place, used it to clean out so that we have at least the width of a router blade around here. So when we get ready to punch through, we're not, excuse me, trying to punch through the whole width of the ring. Oh, and by the way, I messed that one up, so I had to make another one. So I'm gonna get this completely cut out. Some things to remember: if you're making adjustments on your router, I highly recommend to unplug it, because you can accidentally turn it on, and that bit right there, I know that right there will hurt you bad, without a doubt. I would rather mess with a carbide cutter any day than a router bit. So far as getting tangled up with it. Other thing is, you're supposed to climb. The router turns. No, you're not supposed to climb cut. So the router turns. The router turns this way. So on this side of the circle, you'd go that way, and on the inside of the circle, you'd go that way, if that makes any sense. If you're messing with a router and you've never messed with a router before, just be careful with it. Okay, guys, let's see. Got that cleaned up. We may have to do a little more cleaning up on that. So what I've done is I've gone inside the truck, and these speakers are going to have to be staggered, and I clamped them together, and I'm putting some dials in rather than screws. I want to be able to take and we're going to have to, this edge right here especially is going to have to be worked down so it will flow into the other speaker. So, we'll get into that whenever we get that far along. So, all I'm doing here is I'm taking a little bit of Titebond glue, Titebond 3, and that stuff needs to be shook up. Whew. Must have been closed for a while. Let me shut that up while I come back. Okay, guys, we kind of spread that one out a little bit. I'm going to probably shoot some glue in it and put another clamp on it when I get this sawed off. But I was going to show you is this is what you call a, I think it's a Japanese pull saw. I bought this when I was building my kayak. These are really nice. This one was from Harbor Freight. It was not much. I don't remember how much it was, but they're really nice because, oh well, they're just really nice, guys, for doing woodworking stuff. Like I said, they're very inexpensive, and all these are oak dowels. I may have to buy another pack of those before we get done with this. So I'm gonna get this clamped up, get the other one clamped up, and then we will come back, and it will liable to be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be tomorrow when we get back, because I don't know, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So it's been a couple of days. I did get out here yesterday and worked pretty good. I got some work done. Nothing that I could really film. Or nothing that I was, nothing that I felt like nothing that I felt like I needed to film yesterday that couldn't be explained today. All I was doing was cutting out pieces. So what I did was I took and I made this template just out of empty beverage containers. This goes down inside the truck, and what we want this to be shaped like. Come on, I'll show you. I already went ahead and installed both of them. I was playing with it a little bit last night. So we'll get a look over here at the passenger side. You see it runs all the way down there. It runs up to the top. And the 6x9s will sit down kind of in here. We're going to have to do some more shaping. I need to put some screws down at the bottom. And before we fiberglass it, we're going to do foam over this area and try to keep the shape as organic as possible. So, you know, it just doesn't look like squares and triangles and circles, you know. To me, it looks more custom if you do if you do shapes than it does if you just do straight edges, and if that makes any sense. But anyway, I was playing with the 6x9s, and I got them mounted in that corner. I'm gonna have to pull them back out. I've got to put some sort of a brace up there for right now. I want to hook them up, play them, and see what they sound like. We got to make some decisions as to if we need to add anything else, or if these 6x9s are going to be enough. It's going to be really loud right there in my ear, I know, but you know, stuff, and we may get into that later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to catch this side up to that side, and we're going to find some way to stiffen it up, and then we'll come back. Okay, guys, I don't know if y'all can see that. I got them caught up. So this is where they're going to be. This is about where it is in my head. So I got plenty of room back here behind my head. I think I need to lean my seat back just a little bit. No, it's all the way back, I think. Nope, yep, it's all the way back. So, you know, I got plenty of room. So, and usually if anybody rides with me, they ride further forward and with the seat tilted up. So you'd have to be really tall to hit your head on this. So I'm going to hook the wiring up on these and be riding around and kind of listen to them a little bit. And in the next episode on this, actually what we're going to have to do is think about what we're going to do about this upper center console. If I think there's enough mids and highs in here, then I won't put super tweeters in here. I do have 4 super tweeters that I'm thinking about putting in here. I want to put a dome light back in here. But what I need to do is I need to run a metal brace that connects the box to the roof right here, because that's the reason we took the light out. It was rattling really bad, to up here. We did that in Glenn's truck. And like I said, I want a dome light, and we're gonna come up with some sort of center console, even if we don't put the super tweeters in here. So that's gonna be the next thing we need to build, so we can figure out where these need to end into the center console. Next week, we are going to be back on the F1 with something, probably going to be back working on the floors. If y'all want to see more of this build, make sure y'all like and subscribe if y'all haven't already, and I'll see y'all next week.